Welcome to my mini lecture of corporate social responsibility in international business management's point of view. My name is Janne Ervelius. According to Matten and Moon in 2008, corporate social responsibility consists of policies and practices of corporations that reflect business responsibility for some wider societal good, and the precise manifestation and direction of the responsibility lie at the discretion of the corporation. CSR consists of those policies, decisions, or lines of actions which are desirable in terms of the objectives and values of the society. CSR is the way in which a company's operating practices affect its stakeholders and the natural environment. CSR are the actions that appear to further some social good beyond the interests of the firm and that which is required by law. The three institutional relationships for corporations are core stakeholders, societies, and regulators, which all will evaluate and make judgments on the legitimacy of a corporation's CSR, the perceived appropriateness of an organization to a social system in terms of rules, values, norms, and definitions. Explicit CSR in a corporation describes corporate activities that assume responsibility for the interest of society. It consists of voluntary corporate policies, programs, and strategies. Incentives and opportunities are motivated by the perceived expectations of different stakeholders of the corporation. Implicit CSR describes corporations' role within the wider format and informal institutions for society's interest and concern. It consists of values, norms, and rules that result in requirements for corporations. Motivated by the societal consensus on the legitimate expectations of the roles and contributions of all major groups in society, including corporations. All the actions in a corporation are put forth and at least approved by the management of the corporation. That makes CSR very much a management-driven operation. The international setting in which a corporation operates produces challenges for an international business. The institutional relationships of the corporation, such as core stakeholders, societies, and rules, differ from place to place. The rules, values, norms, and definitions vary greatly from country to country. The nature of CSR differs also. Somewhere it can be more explicit than implicit, and vice versa. These challenges have to be met and dealt with in an international corporation. Shareholder value maximization is the maximization of financial gains for the owners of shares of a corporation as the overarching organizational goal. Shareholder value increases when dividends and/or its stock price increases. Maximizing the shareholders' total value refers to the sum of the values of all financial claims on the company, including equity, debt, preferred stock, and warrants. The experiences of financial and social trade-offs in dual-purpose companies are likely to be driven in important ways by the norms and values of the environments in which they operate. Some of their core features are, at least in part, a reflection of the prevailing norms and values in their environments, enforced by public opinion and important institutional reference such as regulatory bodies, schools, universities, and professional organizations. Complying with the dominant prescriptions in their environment is a way for companies to gain legitimacy and garner the resources that they need to operate. The level of economic liberalism of societies plays a critical role in shaping the organizational templates that are considered as legitimate. The intensity of the financial and social trade-offs experienced by dual-purpose companies increases with the level of economic liberalism in the institutional setting in which they operate. The governance mechanics include a variety of organizational attributes such as hiring policies, incentives, or board structures. They influence how organizational members react to environmental demands and shape the organization's internal dynamics like interests, values, power dependencies, and capacity for action. Governance arrangements and resultant value commitments serve as a compass as these companies navigate competing conceptions about what goals they should pursue and how these goals should be achieved. Governance arrangements thus play a critical role when it comes to shaping the experience of trade-offs by organizational members because by assigning value to specific goals and means, they can help lessen internally tensions that are unsettled within the broader environment. In dual-purpose companies, top executives may be especially consequential. Top executives play a central role in filtering separate and often conflicting demands stemming from the company's various stakeholders. In dual-purpose companies, top executives may be especially consequential. Top executives play a central role in filtering separate and often conflicting demands stemming from the company's various stakeholders. They play a central role in channeling the company's resources to both financial and social goals. Top executives can thus translate the company's dual purpose into actionable activities, and when financial and social goals come into conflict in the enactment of these activities, they can ensure that neither goal is abandoned. The board helps the company to balance its goals by mitigating agency problems caused by the separation or ownership and control, and by providing resources such as advice, counsel, legitimacy, information, or support from external actors. Compensating organizational members help align them with the organization's goals. Such an alignment reduces not only monitoring costs by complementing formal control mechanisms, but also the intensity of the trade-offs experienced inside the organization. Many corporations and their leaders voluntarily engage in self-regulation and the production of global public goods. It can be seen in the growing membership of companies in the UN Global Compact or booming CSR initiatives like the Global Reporting Initiative, the Forest Stewardship Council, or the Social Accounting 8000. Corporate leaders have to mediate social and financial goals without divulging the one or the other in the process of maintaining corporate legitimacy, building trust, and producing social capital. Responsible leadership is value-based and through ethical principles driven relationship between leaders and stakeholders. Responsible leaders foster the public exchange of opinions and try to establish institutional modes of communication with the stakeholders and the public. Responsible leaders foster the public exchange of opinions and engage in public will formation. During the discursive decision process, the task of the responsible leader is to try to achieve a consensus among the participants. CSR1 is the corporate social responsibility structure in where corporation had philanthropic operations, community outreach projects, image building and specific departments of CSR. The responsibilities of a corporation was presented in a pyramid form consisting of economic, legal, ethical and philanthropic responsibilities. CSR2 moves away from these principles to performance-driven, integrated, diversified and global structure of CSR. It includes value creation, strong governance, societal and stakeholder contributions, and environmental integrity with sustainable ecosystems. According to my experience, CSR ideas and operations are fully integrated to companies' daily operation and strategic goals. CSR is not only a sustainable report made by accounting department. All the company's functions perform their tasks in responsibility in mind. A public company without any CSR actions have already problems in gaining equity from stock market because of responsible investors require responsible business. And here are the references.